You're listening to This Week in Real Estate with your host, Rob Golfi. Brought to you by the Golfi Team at RE/MAX Escarpment, featuring Conrad Zurini, broker-owner of RE/MAX Escarpment Realty Inc., and Brian Hogben, owner of Mission 35 Mortgages. Let's hear what's going on in real estate this week.
Hey guys, what's happening? I see Conrad's got a new headset there going on, eh?
Yeah, I'm doing the kazoo thing for those of you that remember kazoo.
Just don't call me
Flintstones.
Don't call me Dum Dum. Don't call me Dum Dum. Fred Flintstone was Dum Dum.
Yeah.
Cool stuff. I don't even know if Brian would even know that. Did you watch the Flintstones at all?
Yeah, I remember the Flintstones. Like they did a remake of the movie as well too, right? So, and now like my daughter's into stuff like that too. She's 5, so I'm trying to find age appropriate stuff to watch. So
something that you like and she likes at the same time.
Yeah, a little bit of both. So.
How old is your daughter now?
She's going to be 5 on the 16th. So
wow.
Yeah, we're actually at the cottage right now for daddy-daughter sort of time with another friend, and it's like pink unicorn bonanza up here. Everything's pink and unicorn and butterflies this weekend. So
I remember when you first met Wendy. Now, is that when you came on board with mortgages? Conrad knows this story really well because, how did you and Wendy meet?
Well, she may differ, but Conrad was kind enough to invite me into a home buyer seminar at the office. And so, you'd come in and do the lunch and learn, and you'd talk about, mortgages, fixed, variable. And really, when I presented, Wendy was just so smitten with how I delivered the mortgage products that she said, "I'd really like to do business with you." And I said, that can be arranged. So. she might have a different view.
She loved your mortgage lines, eh? She loved your mortgage lines. That's it.
Nobody thought mortgages could be sexy, but
yeah, you probably said to her, "I can get you 2.1%."
I think she said, "I've already got 195. Thanks."
There you go. So Conrad, what's going on? I think the numbers are they're leveling off. Like if you talk about, we're definitely up over last year's numbers everywhere.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
July over July over numbers, but June versus July, they're leveling a little bit. Nothing crazy. The unit numbers are way down. Now, did you get that thing I sent you about 2019? We're coming almost to a normal market temporarily.
Yeah, it's funny because I love the questions this week, especially when you were the contrast with 2017. The difference was, we did see this drop in the amount of sales in the latter half of 2017, but we saw this increase in the amount of listings, which led to a slower than normal 2018. The difference here is that we're not seeing this big, robust amount of listings like we did back in 2000 and the tail end of 2017 and then into 2018. That's the difference, a subtle difference. So our sales are still up over last year, like around 37% unit, but our listings are up about 40%. When I compare that back to 2017, we were probably down in the latter half, probably about 10%, and listings were up about 25 or 30. You know what I'm saying? Oh. So yeah, that kind of thing, right? So yeah, it's just it's a very different market. We're still seeing that again, and the showings is another thing too. When you think about 2017, the beginning, we had a big peak in showings, very similar to this year, like you said, Rob. You're very intuitive on that. And then it slowly tapered off, and but then we went back into normal markets where you would see this drop off in the summer, and then the fall would kind of turn around. So look forward to, I think, some sort of a stable market coming into 2022. Still good demand. We're probably going to see traditional ebbs and flows. That spring market will be back. It'll drop in the summer, and then we'll pick up in the fall. So it'd be interesting to see what this fall brings.
Exactly. So I was at a retirement community, not looking for myself, but talking to the guy that manages it, and he was telling me they were at 89% capacity. So there's more room for there, and he said that there is a certain population of the seniors that they're still holding off before they plan on selling. And so, are we going to get a wave of seniors putting their houses up for sale? Either is it going to happen this fall or next year? Like COVID's still, like, there is a percentage of the population that are still afraid of this COVID. They're staying back and they're staying away, even though they are vaxxed twice.
You know what's interesting about that, Rob, is our reverse mortgages are up higher than ever right now. The number of inquiries people are asking about reverse mortgages, those are the ones for that population of people that are in their 60s, 70s. And it doesn't surprise me that retirement home capacity is there, because for that concern in COVID, they're thinking, okay, I've got $1 million or 700,000 sitting in my house. How do I access some of it right now so I can stay here longer and bring in the services instead of going out? And the reverse mortgage is more popular than ever. Our rep was telling us that their number of calls has gone up 300% in the past 3 months, just because of people inquiring about it.
No kidding. With the equity that they just built up in the past year, it's incredible. Do you do reverse mortgages?
Yeah, we do actually.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you did reverse mortgages. Wow.
Yeah.
So there you go. That explains the 11% or 10% vacancy rate there. So wow. So okay, that's awesome. I had no idea. So anyway, they're feeling. So I'm thinking it's because of people are waiting, and then you just answered that. It's just people are staying. They want to stay in their house a lot longer than moving out. Like unless they have somebody helping them. But you're right. People need access to money, and they can't afford to take care of their house. So with a reverse mortgage, obviously, you know what, Brian? Didn't know you guys did reverse mortgages. I'm glad you actually brought that up.
Well, it's a great.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's still an inventory issue, right? We're still in this. If seniors are staying longer, they're waiting to see these retirement homes or long-term care, stabilize because of COVID. We're still. It's going to be a very different phenomena than we saw in 2018. Very different phenomenon.
Yeah. Conrad, I noticed that Burlington had a 9% drop month over month. Is it because they sold some big homes in June, and is that the cause of it, or?
Yeah, the luxury. Yeah. Luxury is on fire.
Is it still going strong, the luxury market?
Yeah, it's starting to taper off. A lot of people with luxury, they've kind of now they go away for the summer. They usually have a secondary property, or even some people are starting to go to Europe and things like that. So they're out of that market. So yeah, absolutely. It was that price decrease was definitely drawn by the upper end inventory that was sold over and that's the thing I hate about average price. I like media. I like the average price is not where I'm I think Robin, I know I've taught your people, and I know you guys do the HPI, the home price index. I think if people really want to find out about the market, and they can consult, one of Rob's teams and Rob himself, team members about, look at the HPI and see where their neighborhood, how their home is performing and things like that. It's a little bit more in depth. It takes out the high highs and the low lows. It looks at 2 bedrooms, 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom. It really does that. Parking, a double car garage, all that kind of factor. And it's a much better barometer. I think these ebbs and flows with the average price is a problem.
Yeah. Well, Niagara-on-the-Lake is especially a big problem. They're up and down. Like those numbers, you can never get the right number in Niagara-on-the-Lake. It's just like 1 month they're up, the next month they're down, the month after they're, it's just a big mess there. Like when you can't get an average sale price accurate there. You have to really, dissect it right down to find out in Niagara-on-the-Lake.
Yeah. Flamborough is a good example too. Flamborough gets up and down. And I've even seen you get 1 or 2 big sales in Bimbrook, because there's some bigger homes, $2-3 million sales.
Right.
That wipes out the whole average as well, in terms of that. So I think you got to really consult a professional realtor when you want to look at these trends a little deeper.
Yeah. So now, what's your thoughts on that's going to happen for August? So like August of 2019, there was 739 homes sold. Now I'm just based on the Hamilton and surrounding areas. I just took one area. So in July of 2019, it was 835. So July of this year, where is it here? 2000. So July we had 792. So do you think we're going to have the same in August and then have a big kick in September when with unit numbers and stuff like that? You think it's
Oh, definitely. I think there's because you know what, I was funny. I was reading today about, and maybe we do a show about this for the strategy for millennials. We could do a show on that because I read today there was 700,000 credit bureau pulls of millennials, that age group. So think about that; they're just busting at the seams to be able to buy, and you know they're a big demographic. Like they're like the boomers were back in the 80s. And there's a big log, you know, we're talking, you know, the pig and the python. Well, they're that pig and the python ready to pounce. And if, you know, if they get some more confidence and their incomes start to rise, they will definitely jump in. So definitely, I think we're going to see the dog days of summer. I hate to say it. But if you are a millennial looking to buy, I think now's the time to negotiate. I've heard the deal's falling apart. I've heard agents calling people up. Are you guys still interested at that price? You know, so don't lose hope. It's still a great market if you want to enter this market.
I agree. We're calling all of our pre-approvals right now because I actually think that like come September, October, it's going to be that time where people said, shoot, I should have bought in July and August because we're seeing some of those conditionals again. Like me and Rob were saying, like you said, sometimes they're getting the home inspection and it's falling apart. Like for those people who have lost interest or lost hope, it's really the time now to get into it. Because that opportunity that might heat up again in the fall.
So, Brian, interest rates. How long can you lock that in for somebody? If somebody came to you and said, "Listen, I'm looking at buying a house, and the interest rates are obviously awesome right now, but how long can you lock it in before it goes to a new? Is there a time limit on a interest rate lock in?"
Yeah, so most lenders we deal with will lock it in for 120 days. So when you get pre-approved, you're locking in a 5-year term. For 4 months, right? So that gives you the opportunity to, and you know, we just tell people, listen, just don't lose your job or go buy a BMW or something like that, and everything will work out fine. Okay, you'd be surprised, Rob. Okay.
Oh, I know. I had a deal not close. I had a deal years ago not close. These people, they bought the house. They were thrilled that they got approved to buy the house, but guess what they do? They went out and the time from they put the offer until the time that closes, they went and bought a big truck.
Yeah.
Guess what? The bank said, sorry, you can't afford this house now. And it was sad for the buyers or a young couple. I felt bad for them. And I did feel bad for the sellers because, I mean, they packed and they're ready to go. And they find out like 2 weeks, within 10 days before closing that their house is not closing. And so anyway, we resold the house and actually they made a little more money. This was years ago. They made a little more money than what they sold for, but they had to go through the inconvenience. Yeah. You're right, Brian. You're right. Do not buy anything because it will affect your bottom line of your pre-approval.
It's Scotia's thing. They say you're richer than you think, right? So you get qualified. You go, I'm rich. Come on, hon. We got qualified for like $1 million to buy a car. We got lots of money.
Oh, I know.
It reminds Scotia had a great commercial before. If you remember, they were advertising a cashback mortgage, and basically it's a new couple showing this beautiful home. And it's got no furniture in it, right? And it's like they just moved in, and the other couple says, "This is beautiful, honey. How long have you guys lived here for?" And they're like, 5 years. Like, goes like, get some cash back for your mortgage. But
no kidding. Good stuff. Yeah. Good stuff. Well, hey, everybody, listen, if you guys are looking to get a pre-approval, go to Mission 35. Brian is the guy. Conrad, thank you so much. Broker, owner, Remax Niagara and Remax Escarpment. And guys, listen, have a great weekend. I'm going to be heading out to Shirkston right now, enjoying the weekend there. And I know Brian's out at his cottage right now.
Yeah,
Conrad, where are you? You're are you going anywhere?
No, no. I'm signing out locations. We're opening up some offices in the Niagara area, so that's all I'm doing. I'm working.
That's it, man. That's the hardest working guy I know right there. Conrad Zurini. Anyway,
Okay.
guys, have a great weekend. Thanks for coming on, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks,
Okay,
Rob.
great, guys.
Take care.
Thanks. Ciao.
Thanks, man.